Hello, YouTube, or internet, or whatever it is I call you. I'd, completely forgotten, over the years. The years that was the weekend that, I have done. Well, I mean, I tend to record once or twice a week, so, still. Let me try that again. Hello, internet, and welcome back to Stellaris, where last time we, have a bit of a event occurring. I do not know what this is. Well, actually, I kind of think I know what this is, and it's not good. I'll just leave it at that. It is, in fact, quite bad, and we'll have to see how things go. But we'll see how things go when we finally get when we unpause the game, because I have a feeling that it's not going to be long after if something happens. In the meantime, we've just been kind of trying to get things ready, and in fact, something I noticed while I was loading into the save and just kind of making sure everything was, wasn't anything that immediately needed my attention, we can probably upgrade our... bit of lag. It's the late game, alright. We can upgrade our Deep Space Citadels to the highest tier that we created a little, I believe a couple episodes ago. And I think I'm going to do that in all the systems that are, at the very least, all the systems that are in some way under threat if they become attacked. And I think, yeah, this one needs to be upgraded. We also could do with an ancient shield overcharger and a target uplink computer there. Very good. More Bavarian cartel things.
The
great.
spirits have granted us new wisdom.
The Wenquart system could probably do with one of these, because if all else fails, Wenquart being a Gaia world, we can have Wenquart become kind of our... Oh, hey. That is a thing. Mega engineering. Sorry, what was I saying? Stay focused, stay focused. What we could do is work on basically making sure that our, the Wenquart system could be a final bastion against whatever the fresh hell is going to come out of this when it finally decides to no longer be playing coy. But we'll have to see how that is. Sorry, I'm going to adjust my mic a bit real quick because I thought maybe it's a little far away from my face. Yeah, we'll have to see how everything goes. What was being voted? Oh, yes, changing King Council size to 2. Considering I'm probably the only one who will ever benefit from this, I don't see why so many other people are voting for it. But okay. I'm not going to question it too hard. Yeah, and otherwise, we're sort of reaching... I think I've decided, by the way, when it comes to the end of this series... when we reach, the final episode, that same day, or maybe, depending on, the week that I reach the final episode, I will post, a poll that has, all of the potential ideas that I've had over the last few weeks to what the next series will be after this. But we'll have to see how that goes. What about you? Are you gonna be upgraded? Yeah, hang on. Can we possibly upgrade the Startase station? Because I'm willing to bet you... No. Aha, here it is. Yeah, upgrade that to a Space Citadel Mark III, get the shield overcharger and the target uplink computer, because having that will just be really nice. We want, at the very least, our core systems to be highly defended, but ideally, nothing is ever going to get in. And while we can afford to upgrade all these, we may as well. Because who knows what might come out of these, who knows what might come out of, this Tempest when it finally decides to, do something. In the meantime, we are, you know, this is... Man, I used to actually know what the DEFCON order was, but I forget now. Is it like the lower of a number is the more likely, you know, imminent nuclear exchange, or is it the higher of a number is? I actually can't remember now. Either way, with this is quite a oh. Oh man, the game is starting to lag quite a bit. I think probably for the best of the game is going to be ending relatively soon, because otherwise it is just going to slowly die on me as it goes. I usually don't play for that far into the game. Oh, but apparently we have finished an archaeological dig site. We have held the line, apparently. Hold on. Years to earn, seconds to lose. With the new guide in our possession, restarting the habitat required little effort. After the noise of activating machinery slowly died down, we decided to reach out to the record keeper once more to thank them. She told us that she had recovered some information on this station. Apparently, it had been built over 5 centuries ago as a prototype, but was lost in the astrological chaos following a particularly nasty cosmic storm. The loss of property and development costs was enough to bankrupt Skygarden. Helping us was the record keeper's first useful task in years. Besides, she said, it was nice to hear my great-grandmother's voice on the line again, even if it was just an AI. Well, that's kind of nice, I guess. And apparently, because of that, we get a free habitat in this system, which I may turn into a fortress world just to kind of get that. Not sure. How's obedience doing? Not well. Why are there, like, just no houses anywhere? Just no way of getting houses done. Oh no. A signal in the storm. A signal has originated from the center of the tempest. Someone is attempting to establish communications with us. On screen.
My children, at last I am returned to you.
Hopefully you can hear that voice acting. Well, what are you, and identify yourself?
Would a name satisfy you? Then call me Satana.
What do you want?
I want for nothing. My purpose is to give. I see how you have suffered in my absence. For eons, the fear of the short-sighted has kept you from what you deserve, from what you so desperately need. Rejoice, for the cycle of pain will soon be at an end.
The cycle of pain?
All conscious life is suffering. Even in your joy there is pain. For you know that joy must end. Knowledge, power, love. I return to end all illusions. Much remains to be done. I ask only that you leave me to my work. Any attempt to enter my domain will fail. A celestial tempest rages there, and no vessels will be permitted to enter.
Fine. If all you wish to be is left alone, then we can allow this. But we will demand explanations later.
Situation log updated.
Right. And we now have the mysterious Tempest. Right. It'll take 5 months. Might as well get to it. So, someone has made themselves known. At the heart of a Tempest, there lies a possibly a temptress. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what we think of that when that comes through. But, you know, keep in mind our own God Queen probably not the most keen on having to share the glory. Though who knows? Maybe they'll give a compelling argument. We'll find out in 5 months, I guess. Nanite Hurricane. Our research into the so-called storm is complete. This is no natural occurrence, but rather a nanite swarm of unparalleled advancement. Satana's power is undeniably immense. It is imperative that we unravel the mystery of how she commands this formidable nanite swarm. Right. So we have the Grey Goo Queen just kind of chilling here. That is somewhat concerning. Especially considering how, like, rapidly that is expanding.
Construction complete.
You think there's, like, a way we could just crack that? Like, if we managed to fight our way to the center now, we could just blow up her homeworld and call it a day. That might be the case. Not sure, though currently they seem fairly content to just beat up on the Fallen Empire, which in some ways is concerning. In other ways, I mean, it's just getting rid of something that would have otherwise been causing us problems. We'll have to see how things go. Hang on, do you see that? There's like... The nanite storm is like just attacking the Fallen Empires constantly. It's not just in her territory. They are like just completely dissolving the Fallen Empires. Which is somewhat... Oh, wow! I didn't see all this space that they took. That is a concerning amount of space. This also possibly explains why, how they were taking territory, or why they were fighting over there. Okay, yeah, it'd be for the best if we didn't join that group. Okay, so... do we want to just get rid of the Thetharians for good? I mean, this would be probably our last chance to do so. Would be to destroy the Thetharians forever. Like, just leave them utterly destroyed. It's tempting just to try and grab a little bit more space away from away from all this.
Complete.
Somewhere we could, if we really needed to, rush our capital over to in order to try and keep things going. You are our commander. You are Defense Force. Yeah, we'll just take Artillerist too. I don't know why you wouldn't take that. That's just a straight damage upgrade with no downsides. Right, well, I guess until Satana starts doing something, like, really bad, we may as well, just work on... Oh, there's Satana again. Is she just, like, constantly causing all the things to, like, just tick down health, and then as soon as they lose the system, it just gets claimed by her? That's an interesting thought. I'm not sure how this works. I've never really seen this event before. I know of it. I know kind of the basics, but I don't know how exactly it functions. And who knows, they may have changed it since the last time I kind of saw any YouTubers talking about it. What I do know is that, depending on how powerful they are, this may be the end of us. But I guess that's the point of the crisis, isn't it? The font of knowledge is being bombarded. Like, violently. Oh no. Right. Defense Force Alpha. Yeah, hang on. Do we have, like, any... I mean, this that's a 157,000 thing. Let's get a listening post. Does the station already have a listening post? It does. I don't think we need two, unless it stacks. Does it stack? That's a good question. I don't think it does. What's this? There's an alien space station here. Who the hell are you guys?
An alien
Oh.
empire now speaks to us in the language of the divine.
I was wondering what the hell was going on here. I guess they're... What are they doing, actually? I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. Whatever. It'll be fine. I guess they're just building a new thing because they lost it in their old system. I wouldn't be too surprised with everything that's going on right now. Things are looking a little dicey, galaxy-wise. We need to get Obedience sorted out, because the last thing we need is suddenly, like, one of our border worlds, like, all of a sudden causing problems. Although, admittedly, Obedience does have a fairly decent garrison on it, so we wouldn't have to worry too much about it, but... disconnected capitals. Oh, our... Well, yeah, probably because their capitals are no longer... yeah, their capitals no longer exist. That would be a good reason why our capitals are no longer connected. Their capitals are no longer connected. Oh, wow, Satana is really doing a number on these. They're attacking, like, everybody. Holy shit. Should we be concerned by this? They seem to be moving up towards here. Can we see what's, like, causing this yet? I don't think we can, but we may want to pull back some of these fleets just to try and... I mean, that's a combined, like, 200... roughly 300,000 fleet power. Give or take. That's not bad, but depending on... I forget what I set for Crisis Strength to, so there may be millions of fleet power coming at us. We'll have to see. Where the hell did you guys come from? Whatever. Little microstate. Oh! Awakened Empire defeated. The war between the Ancients has ended with the destruction of one of the combatants, but not at the hands of their old rival. Whether it was due to the war weakening them, or simply to the strength of the younger races, the destruction of an elder empire at the hands of their supposed lessers has changed the situation considerably. Now the question remains, what will the Capheven Zealots be able to... Will the Capheven Zealots be able to avoid the fate of their ancient foe, or does this defeat signal the dawn of a new age? Yeah, I don't think it was any of us that destroyed them, though. I think that's just... They're just gone. The Corps of Directors have been destroyed. The ancient precursor state has met its final demise at the hands of its enemies. What the fall of this once great empire will mean for galactic politics remains unseen. Right, so... the materialists are gone. The spiritualists are lasting a lot longer than I thought they would, considering she, like, spawned in their territory. There's Satana again. And that's another 391,000 fleet power. Like, my thinking, as of current, what we should... Oh, that one's gotten, like, really, like, knocked around. That's only... Oh, that's, like, 13,000 fleet power, and it is literally one ship. Although, the thing about that is that our fleets, right... Like, something I failed to sort of think about, right, is... Our fleets are so many ships. Like, a lot of our power comes from overwhelming numbers. So, while our defensive forces are focusing more on damage negation, things like point defense, and just having, like, big tanky ships, we could have our offensive fleets be just pure Corvette scam. Scam?
Aliens have
Spam.
formed an unholy compact.
Like, I'm talking just as many as we can manage in a single offensive squadron, because you gotta
Aliens
figure...
have formed an unholy compact.
Uh,
Incoming transmission.
Okay, there's a lot going on in the wider galaxy. I'm just gonna, like, pause that, and we're gonna see how... Okay, we're gonna get our... Right, what's going on? They want a research agreement? How do they have such amazing technology? You know what, fuck it, we'll take it. Interesting. So there's apparently a federation going on. I guess now that the League of Non-Aligned Powers is no longer a thing, because the War in Heaven is over. Nope, it's still a thing. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But, yeah, so I think with the destruction of the Corinth directors and the imminent demise of the Capheven Zealots, I think we're gonna call this an episode. There's a new player in town, and it is a terrifying amalgam of nanites that is trying to act very matronly towards everybody, and it is somewhat unsettling. And also, yeah. So I think we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna pause, and I will hopefully see you all in the next episode. Again, this may turn into either... I foresee about one of two ways that this is going to end, and I'm not sure which I would prefer. So, we're gonna call it there. I hope you all enjoyed the episode, as probably, you know, as much as it was just kind of me watching Satana, like, just rip things apart for the hell of it. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope I see you in the next one. Take care, Internet.